Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today, I would like to talk to you of another. Well, actually, it's not underrated because the movie hasn't come out yet, but I had the pleasure of seeing this film early. They had a bald screening for Begonia. It's a science fiction dark comedy starring Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone. It's a remake from a South Korean comedy film. I think back in I think almost 2 decades ago. Uh, and it's directed by Yorgo Lanthimos, written by the screenplay by Tracy Wills, who's a screenwriter and also an actor. Uh, this film centers around two conspiracy theorists who are related. They're cousins, and they work for this company, this energy medical company. I forgot what the name of the company's called, but their boss, Emma Stone, who lives very lively, they suspect that she's an alien. And based on what the trailer, that's pretty much what the trailer tells you. So they kidnap her and they think that they're going to destroy the planet. So they're trying to reason with Emma Stone's character, the alien, to see if they will take her to another ship and not kill the planet. And I'm going to tell you straight up, this movie was pure fun and absurdly crazy, is the word I would say. Very, very funny. I think Yorgo Lanthimos is probably one of the best comedy writers because it's like almost every comedy, dark comedy he does, it's even though it's bizarre, it's one of those rare. He's one of those rare filmmakers where he makes just dark subject matter seem funny, even though they're not supposed to be funny. Jesse Plemons, who's pretty much the main lead and standout of this film, is a deranged, crazy, but very calculated conspiracy theorist who suspects that his boss is an alien, played by Emma Stone. And Emma Stone is great in here too. She and Jesse Plemons go back and forth with the uh, truth of like, am I alien or am I not? Or it gets very interesting where those two pretty much go at it and psychologically try to outsmart each other at their own game. When Emma Stone realizes her situation, and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna try to take advantage of this." Trying to reason with it, but also trying to find a way to take advantage and outsmart him, and it's quite hilarious. Jesse Plemons, who is great playing these weird, uncomfortable characters. I think this is probably his best role to date. Like this dude, I could see him winning an Oscar now for this. I know he won for Best Actor for Cannes last year for Kinds of Kindness, but here I could see him going for the Academy Award for Best Actor here. This dude here was outstandingly amazing in here and uncomfortable. Like you see just how absurd he as the character in the film. You see how crazy and absurd and funny that this character is. You see the influence that he has over his I think is his nephew or is his cousin. He just briefly mentions that it's his cousin, and his cousin is the complete opposite of his character, who is a little bit not as smart, a bit slow, and he's pretty much from what the character himself says, he doesn't really have much of a good reason to find a will to keep on living. So he relies on the support of his cousin to guide him and to guide him through life. So he is on board with whatever they got going on. So the two plot to kidnap Emma Stone's character, and it gets very, very interesting and it's very funny when they try to outsmart one another. A good chunk of the film does take place in the house, Jesse Plemons' house, where they're just trying to figure out how to outsmart the other and find a way to basically resolve their scenario. Emma Stone, she's great in this. I mean, she's always great. She's always phenomenal. Yeah. Uh, but it's it's where this film's going. I mean, you kind of don't know where the film is going, but I love that. I love that mystery where you're really trying to figure out if she is an alien or not, and it gets very dark. I do think this is Yorgo Lanthimos' most violent film, because there are some gore scenes in here that completely shocked me, and I know, like in well, Kinds of Kindness kind of had a gore scene. Horror Things does have its moments of gore because it's a zombie, not a zombie, it's a Frankenstein story. But here there are some shockingly surprising, like violent scenes in here, or moments where it's completely you just you anticipated it, but it also surprises you more so just how shocking it is. Like the impact of when it does happen is incredibly violent. At least for what I believe it was. Um, this film's not going to be for everybody. This filmmaker is not for everybody, but he is one of the best comedy filmmakers working in Hollywood right now. I think it's actually one of my maybe my second favorite now film of his filmography. I still love the Kingdom of the Sacred Deer as his best film because for one strange reason he has horror dark elements. He has horror elements into all of his movies, and it feels kind of horrific. And it's kind of funny when you really realize the situation, what it is, and what the characters are in, where it's very dark and dire. Uh, but somehow he puts a comedic spin to it where it makes it funny, and he dials back on it. And it's very his take of comedy is very interesting. I do think Jesse Plemons should get an Oscar nod. And in fact, I think he should win with this. This film won't be for everybody, but I think this film. I actually kind of like that the film really plays with your expectation of where it's going to go and question whether or not Emma Stone's character is an alien or not. There is a payoff, and that payoff was pretty good. Does and darkly, but I thought the ending was old as hell. Do check this movie out. This is an original, even though it's a remake. The story is original, I would say. So, do check it out. Let me know in the comment section below what is your favorite Yorgo Lanthimos movie, and let me know is you plan on seeing it this Halloween.